Hello once again, everybody, and welcome back. We are focusing on Lesson 4, Term 3, Animals in Their Environment. That's grade 4's is the focus. And today we're going to be looking at color. So by now, the learners should have drawn their animal in their environment in a circle or a mandala. Of course, this one is in black for video purposes, and the learners would have done it in light pencil. So looking at coloring these animals, one can always start with coloring in, which is very tempting, but it's actually not what we're trying to do, because if you allow the learners just to color in, the sky is blue and the leaves are green and let's make everything flat and neat, we're not really doing them any services. We're actually doing them a disservice. So they'll want to make everything perfect and neat and in control, and they wouldn't have learned a thing. So I'd like you to use this opportunity to teach them a little bit about color. And the idea is that if you can get hold of a color wheel, you'll be able to show them the different colors on the color wheel, the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, that make up all of the other colors. So all the colors come from red, yellow, and blue. And then if you mix blue and yellow, you get green. If you mix yellow and red, you get orange. And if you mix red and blue, you get purple. So that's the first lesson, the primary colors and the secondary colors. And then we're also going to be looking at related colors. So if, for example, they are going to be coloring in some foliage, some leaves, they may want to do a green leaf, but they can also push it towards yellow and push it towards blue, for example. So the related colors are colors that actually you could say they're brothers and sisters or cousins. So all of these greens pushing towards yellow and pushing towards blue, they are related to each other. The colors that are opposite each other are called complementary colors. They are the ones that if you put them next to each other, they sing or they kind of pop. So the opposite of yellow would be purple. The opposite of let's see on this chart, the opposite of green would be red, and the opposite of blue would be orange. Okay, so we can actually think about our colors and place them strategically to create different impressions depending on it, whether we want something harmonious with just related colors, or if we want something that kind of sings, then we use the opposite colors. So it can be a very exciting lesson, and the idea today is not that they go straight into coloring in their animal. We're actually going to use a whole lesson exploring what happens when we put different colors next to each other. And the idea, I'm going to give you two different exercises. The first one is the learners are going to take 3 items from their particular artwork. So in my case, I'm going to take the marking of the leopard, a leaf, and a footprint. And I'm going to explore them in different ways. So in a little while, I'm going to show you this more close up. But you can see that I've looked at the marking in 3 different ways. I've looked at the footprint in 3 different ways. And I've looked at the leaf in 3 different ways. Okay, so we're also looking at cool colors, being the greens and the blues moving to purple, and warm colors being the reds, oranges, and yellows. So there are a lot of choices here. It's not just the obvious coloring in. So I would like you to gather your coloring in pencils, and definitely you're going to need a sharpener, very important, and some spare white paper to practice on and explore and experiment. So we will meet back here in a moment.